What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys been out there building shit. Believe in what God gave you, taking on projects, building, fixing, creating. In this episode, we're going to talk about this 96 freightliner fl70 rollback tow truck. It's powered by a Cummins 5.9, the old 12 valve. If you follow the channel, you know she's been running hot since the day we got her. Overheating on the hills. It's been a drama-filled saga of me diagnosing, fixing, thinking I had it fixed, diagnosing some more. Temperature is coming up. Not up into the 230s, but say that's like 215-ish. But every time I've thought that I've had this problem solved, it's came back and reared its ugly head. But in this episode, I got some good news. We cooled our jets, guys. We licked the problem, and I'm feeling good about it. Just like I know you guys will. You take on some projects, you succeed using your own hands, it'll build you up. It'll build your self-esteem, build your self-worth, and that's what this channel is all about. Hit that subscribe button if you're into that sort of thing. Don't be a hater. Hit that like button before you take off from the video. It really helps out with this small YouTuber trying to grow, trying to beat those evil algorithms. So first things first, let's recap where we left off last time. So we gave her the hose. We put it in there. We put it in there. We put it down there. We filled it with water. We let it warm up. We drained it. We filled it with water. We took it for a drive. We drained it. We filled it with water. We let it idle a while. We drained it. We started this saga with a nice coolant flush. Cracked hole. Bam! Jumped on eBay. Found me a new reservoir. Should hold the coolant a lot better than the holy one. While we were ordering parts, I don't know if you guys noticed when I picked this truck up, the video, but it didn't have a fan shroud on it. So I jumped on eBay, jumped on different internet sites, and I found me a fan shroud. Go ahead and get this fan shroud here put in. Just cresting the hill out of Washougal, going up into the gorge towards Stevenson and Carson and Skamania and whatnot. Definitely still getting out of the range I wanted to up there at 230, so gotta figure something else out, guys. So now that you new viewers are caught up to where we left off last time, let's continue this saga. Oh man, I feel dumb for not noticing this one. It never even crossed my mind. Not even something that I'd think about or look for. You see a difference in these two fans, YouTube? Yep. That's the one off the truck. Who the heck puts the wrong fan on a truck? It's backward. It had to have been out of a diesel pusher motorhome or a bus. It was trying to push the air out of the front of the truck, out through the grill. It's like trying to stop the wind with a little fan or something. Come on, people. It's backwards. I'm thinking that was one of my biggest cooling issues probably, and I feel pretty stupid taking this long to figure it out. But luckily I jumped on eBay and I found a whole nother fan, and it actually came with the fan clutch as well. I'm sure people will comment, oh, why didn't you just turn it around? Well, you see how dish that is? If I would have turned it around, whack, 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 it would have been smacking the crap out of the front of my motor. So it came with this spacer to space it out from the front of the engine. But with that spacer, there was no way to get a bolt long enough in behind the fan clutch, in through these holes, long enough to go through the spacer. So I got some threaded rod. So the easiest way that I found to do this is to remove the fan from the fan clutch, put it over, get the spacer and tighten in the studs, and then put the fan clutch on, tighten the bolts onto those studs that I made, and now I got the fan back on the fan clutch, and I'm going to tighten it up. And that thing's way closer to that radiator, probably will sense heat way better, not to mention the fan blades are the proper way now. Now that's about the time I started to get down. a little depressed. Pretty discouraged, to be honest. Even with the fan going the right way and pulling the air instead of trying to push it, it didn't even make a difference. Not a lick of difference. We drain some of this out and make room. Use a big ratchet, untension that so you can pull that belt off. So I folded that out of the way once I got the 3 bolts out. Bottom one's a little bit of a pain. Now I'm going to loosen up this upper radiator hose clamp and pull it off, bend it up and over so I can access the rest of this. Got that up and out of the way. Now get these bolts. You can see the thermostat right down in there. So once you got those 3 bolts off, there, that comes off. So what I did is I got all this back together, filled this up with coolant to try to eliminate air bubbles. I don't have my thermostat in there. I'm just gonna run it without for right now just to see if it still overheats. See if I can finally get this truck to stay cool, or maybe there's other issues going on. Now I'm gonna get the hose put back on there, clamped on, and in the belt. Got her out here on a nice hill. We'll see if she starts getting hot. Oh man, do I even need to tell you guys? Still overheating. So I pulled out the laser gun. Got up to the top of a hill with her nice and hot. Shut off the motor and I started laser gunning different areas of the radiator. Out there at the edges, pow, pow. She's about 210. Right there in the center, pow, pow. Only down around 100. You know what that tells me? We got a plugged core. That radiator's junk. So there's the old radiator. There's $600 worth of new radiator. Let's get this guy put in. Already got the side brace pounded onto it with a hammer. Gently, guys, gently. But all the holes are lined up, so now I'm gonna finagle it into the truck. Fired up, warming up, not seeing no drip. I got a pretty good feeling about this, guys. That temperature gauge ain't even risen up off the bottom. It's not even up to operating temperature, and I'm already to the base of the hill. It used to be up to 180, 190 by now, just driving to our test hill. But now we're gonna hit the test hill, see how she does. And remember, I don't even got the thermostat back in yet. I'll put it back in if this is successful. Temperature's barely coming up. Like I said, it's not even up to operating temp yet though. It's down, shoot, like 150 it looks like. Probably gonna be a little bit of a boring part of the video, but I've just got such a good feeling about it, and I've recorded this trip up this hill so many times thinking that I had this problem licked, thinking that I had it solved, thinking that it was fixed. Nah, every time it was disappointment, and I ain't even uploaded a lot of the footage that I've got. A lot of the repairs that I've got, I'm going to combine them all into this one video if we're successful. Don't want to get overzealous and overconfident. We're not to the top of the hill yet, guys. And we're just now getting up to 180. So temperature is coming up, but not up where it used to get, 230s and stuff. And as you see, I'm keeping up with it is just a minivan, but I mean, it's a normal car. It's a normal four-wheeler, it's not a truck or nothing. Doubt I got the power to pass him. It's not a real long passing lane or nothing. I do got the power to stay with him. Temperature's just now hitting 185. I ain't trying to pass you there, Mr. Minivan. Just go ahead. By here, by this spot on the hill, it was always at 230, guys, and woohoo! I win! I win! I win! So that about wraps up this video for the drama and the saga getting this truck cooled off. So that, YouTube, is what you call perseverance and finally success. Got to get the thermostat back in this old girl. I'll do it in the next couple days. And I'm going to be doing individual videos, how to do a thermostat, how to replace a radiator in one of these Freightliner fl70s. So hit subscribe, you don't want to miss those videos. Otherwise, believe in what God gave you guys. Take on some projects, build, fix, create. I know that you guys will be just as stoked, just as happy, just as built up if you guys succeed and finally fix something that you've been battling for months on end. So, alright guys, till next time, keep building shit.